Hey, Andrew from C1D Paintball. Welcome to this video. Now, it's a POV camera angle. Now, it didn't start that way. It was supposed to be two cameras, but you'll see why after. Now, it's a 5v5. The previous 4 games of the day were 4v4. And mentioned it a few times on the videos of the same crew here. Normally don't count wins and losses, but these were pretty good players, like no walk-ins, no rentals, and we're having a good time. But the fact of the matter is, while we normally don't count wins and losses, we won the opening game, but we lost 3 in a row on vastly different maps. This map we're playing on is tires. It favored the other team having a lot of speed, and those first 4 games were 4-4. Each team just got another player, and we got Charlie from C1D who joined us. He was a little late getting up there. He's got to adjust his clock. I told him we start at 10. So you got me, Charlie, Connor, and Thomas on this one, as well as a guy whose buddies are on the other team. He's ex-military, so it's not a bad team. But we're facing guys that are on a streak here. They're a really quick team, but I feel really that the tire map can favor us because me, Charlie, and Connor know this map. We've played it before. I think 4 other times played on it. 3 of the 4 times I played, me and Connor played spawning on this side, so we know it well. Now, tire maps are not my forte. It's a lot of CQB. It's quick, and while I like playing those kind of games, again, it's just not my biggest strength. Going into this one, I know that I want to break the pattern I'm getting here of kind of staying back too long, staying back almost for the entire game. All right, so I know where I'm going to go from spawn. I just kind of go to the right area, just to the right of the spawn. Little area there, I like to stand. I usually have I think the previous 3 games I played here, I've actually managed to get a guy with the long ball, I think almost every game from here. But the best part about being here is I can call out, because Connor's got a spot he goes to always. Charlie is actually, I know he's going to work his way up from around that same area. Thomas, we've given him a rundown on the map, and even the military guy, the soldier we have playing with us, we've told him an area we like. I think this is the better spawn of the 2 areas. You got a slightly elevated plane. Now, normally you can go around the right side of this elevated plane. The referee for this game says you can't, which I like. It throws a curveball into it. It would have worked more to our favor to be up there, but we can still adjust to it. We can still go in and get stuff done. And again, tire's not my favorite style of map. I've been very apprehensive on going up on this. I consciously go in and I want to, into this game, I want to go in there, I want to get my hands dirty if the opportunity arises, because as much as there's high risk, high reward by rushing in early on a map, this is not the map to necessarily do it in, especially if you're not good at it. No noobs in this. All decent level, very respectful games we played up to date. Matter of fact, all 10 games we played this day were up to date. So there's no training whereas we're going to go in this, play hard, and with that respect we already all have with each other, we should have a good time. Now, on a technical note, usually when I use this POV camera on the end of the barrel, I have the other camera on my mask working, and I take the audio from the camera on top. In this case, you'll know why soon. I don't have that option for that camera there. The audio on the end of the barrel, just because of it's on the barrel when you shoot, and just the movement of it makes a little bit of noises, so kind of annoying noises, but I do have music in the background. I've edited a bit the sound, but not to take away too much from it. So it can be a little annoying at times, but just want to give the heads up because little things like that when I'm editing videos bother me. Maybe it doesn't bother you. Enough of this, I'm rambling. Let's watch the actual video.
Got speed balls in the back on the right, shooting from spawn. Good fucking shot.
So it's typical on this map, and me in general, is I'm just, you know, didn't stray too far from spawn, and I'm making call-outs. A couple guys I see already, but you see here, woo, I'm getting peppered already behind this, you know, the wall of tires got all these little gaps in it, so there's a little piece of paint because some guys got a beat on me, but hey, I'm not gonna panic. I'm behind cover a little bit here, and I'm gonna make those call-outs before I maybe, hopefully, trying to get that monkey off my back and get into the meat of the map.
Yeah, I saw him. Check your ass. Got him. Sorry, buddy. Sorry.
So it's not a bad start to the game for me. You hear me, I call out a speedball. I'm so bad with nicknames. Shockingly, he has a speedball marker. I call him out and I actually got him. I sent 2 shots over. The first one got him, and the second one a couple of seconds later got him. Didn't overshoot him. I felt bad, so I say I'm sorry, which I do a lot here. But look, we've taken out one of their best players, so so far so good.
Got a bonus ball on him in the back. I think you did. Both one mid, one right. I'm gonna... Yeah, right, one on the back right, one mid.
Once more, not the best audio from this POV camera. Maybe you heard a mumble, maybe you heard it clearly, I don't know. But Connor called out another enemy on the left. He actually took him out. So we've already knocked 2 of them out. We're communicating well. There's other, by the way, Charlie's also talking as well. We're all communicating. Communication has helped us get a 2-man advantage already. And but we're going to keep communicating, because why ditch something which has been so helpful so far? But the fact is, you should always communicate during any paintball game. Now, one of the enemy orange players bought himself a new mask prior to the game at the field. And karma time, I mentioned that I don't want to hit him in the mask that he just got. I don't want to hit him in the mask, he just got it, something like that. It's karma, and you probably deduce what's going to happen from that. But yeah, so I spot him. I'm fun trash talking. Like I said, we're all getting along here. It's been some great games. So try to add a little bit of levity to it. Because remember, I don't play well, I don't play good, I just look good, and I try to be the clown here and try to entertain people. Through the videos, do I entertain you? I'm trying to entertain the guys on the field, on both teams. It's very thoughtful of me, I thought.
I see the guy on the left now.
Now, don't think just that the orange team is down a couple of guys early in this game, they're going out without a fight. Here's 2 clips I kind of mix here that there's splash going everywhere. It's not hitting me, but you know, tires, there's gaps and stuff, and you're sitting behind there popping in and out, and everything's exploding all there around you. I mean, it's times like this. I love a paintball. It really makes you feel alive.
Yeah, we done one back right. Left is gone. Pull your marker in, you got one right.
Once again, I want to reiterate, we're communicating. Now, in this particular circumstance, we can talk out loud. Maybe if you're in a different area, I say you can always communicate. If you're in a different field, situation, scenario, maybe it's dark indoors and you're creeping, you might have to whisper, or maybe you can only use hand gestures, but always communicate. Can't drill that enough. Now, I said I wanted to do more. And we got 3 enemies out now. Yes, we knocked another one out. I said I wanted to do more, particularly getting in there, getting that fear off, getting the guts of the match. Look, we got a 3-man advantage. So I got nothing to lose here. I'm going to go in there. So even if I get taken out, look, we'd still be up by a couple of guys, and you know, that's the worst case scenario. Best case scenario, I get in there and actually something happens. So come on, Andrew, get off your ass, get in there. Now, I'm not really rushing into the middle of the map. I'm progressing to the kind of the outskirts of the main part of the field. But I'm tucked in here, firing a couple of cover shots for myself, being careful, you know, slow and steady. Not bad for an old slow guy, I'd say, at least up to this point, right? So yeah, that happened. So the paintball gods and karma. I'm lined up with the player that I said I didn't want to dirty up his new mask. He's slightly leaning over cover, and I'm slightly leaning over cover. I can see the head, you can see my head, and our marker's kind of positioned in front of it. So yeah, it's kind of map anyway. It's high percentage headshot. Where we're leaning over, it's like only percentage headshot. So we're gonna break this down. And it's all about the after splash after the initial hit. So let's break this down a bit here. So here I'm actually wincing a bit, closing my eyes. My shots, I can see them. I remember they went high and left away from him. And I'm wincing because it's coming in. I see it. I haven't got time to duck away. So there's the impact. What more can you say? There's the backsplash. I've already used this screenshot and a couple of clips because it's so good. I didn't like modeling it. I don't want to model. I don't want to be on the receiving end of one of these anytime soon. And there I get like smacked to the ground. Now, I used to be a hockey goalie for many years. There's an old picture of me playing. That is pretty old. And if you ask me why did I select brown colored pads, that's all they used to be back in the day. And it wasn't old enough. That wasn't my face mask, my beautiful face here. I did have a helmet and cage back then. But I tell you what, I don't complain when I get hit. Being an old hockey player, I even did it when I coached my kids who were pretty decent hockey players in their own right. When you get hurt, get off the ice. It's a Canadian thing. Just don't lie. I mean, it's really bad if you can see, you know, compound fracture, maybe you lie on the ice. But generally speaking, look, you get wrapped. Get up, suck it up, and if you are hurt, you know, try to get to the bench or just get the attention of a ref. So I don't complain. Getting hit, because you can see by the vents on the other side, there's open vents there. So I get liquid in there, and it was like getting punched right in the face. Not only did I get hit in the face with slap shots, but yeah, I was a kid, you get into fights at school once in a while. At least back then you did. Long time ago. But I actually, I fell back on my ass. This really hit me hard. It was dazed for a second, lost my balance a little bit. It's gonna happen. Now I can feel the warmth and wetness, and I can taste a little bit of blood. You know, sometimes you get hit in the face like that, whether it's punched or whatever, you can taste a little blood. I don't know if it's blood on my face. It wasn't blood pouring out. It tastes a little bit, but it was all just, yeah, it was a freaking mess. He got me in a real tender area. He hit the bullseye, so to speak. It was a knockout. Got me with a knockout blow. So I do fall back, get to my senses a bit when I check and I taste. No, that's more paint than blood. I tasted blood at first and all that. Hey, I just won't get into those details. Thomas came over to see if I was okay, and I shook it off, and we won this round. And like I said, shook it off, and we swapped sides, and that was it. But now it's about the camera. My camera was actually on, the helmet camera, but it must have been when I hit the ground. The camera didn't hit the ground, but when I rolled back and hit the ground and that, anyway, my camera had a file come out that recorded, but it's corrupt and I couldn't open it. And even the next game, it was showing as recording because I just kept it running, but it didn't record. So I had to take the camera out of the case. I actually had to reset the camera, like a factory reset, and change the battery up to get it working again. So that shot to the face and my subsequent tumble backwards A little wear and tear on the old camera. What a shot, all with one shot. So yeah, that's it. That's it for this one. Andrew gets plastered in the face. Some of you who don't like me, other people watching don't like me. Well, if you don't like me, I hope you like me. If you don't like me, maybe you got some satisfaction out of that. And yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Go out there, be a good example, be the player you want to play against, somebody who's you should go out there wanting to play against people that are respectful. Have a good time, help those new players, help the veteran players. Maybe somebody's having a bad day, say something to make them laugh, something happens, tell them to shake it off, be a positive input, positive person wherever you are, but especially on the paintball field. Because at the end of the day, see what I did? I set that up well. At the end of the day, it's only a game.
Game over.